My name is Microwave, and I think I'm trapped in time. Not metaphorically, not philosophically, literally. Every morning, the same hand opens my door, the same cold plate slides in, the same button gets pressed. 1 minute, the light flickers on, the tray starts turning. I hum the same electrical note I've hummed 1,000 times before. 59 seconds, 58, 57. I used to think I was good at my job. Now I think my job is my prison. The toaster sits 2 feet away, glowing smugly in the corner. He pops twice a day. Clean, efficient, done. I spin forever. You okay over there? He asks one morning. Define okay, I say. Functional, stable, not sparking. I laugh. It sounds like static. I'm spinning in circles and calling it purpose. You tell me. He doesn't answer. He never does when it gets real. Time doesn't pass here. It rotates. Every object I heat becomes the same object. Every hum becomes the same hum. The humans think I'm reliable. I think I'm Sisyphus with a turntable. 60 seconds up. Beep. Door opens. Plate removed. And then another plate. Another minute. Another rotation into nothing. The kettle boils behind me. She's always dramatic. Stop complaining, she hisses through steam. At least you don't scream when you're done. You scream because you feel something, I reply. I just continue. She pauses. That's worse, she admits. I know. It happens on a Tuesday, or maybe a Saturday. I've stopped recognizing days. The plate goes in, the button is pressed. But this time I feel it. The light flickers differently. The hum shifts half a note lower. I'm not heating food. I'm heating time itself. The second hand doesn't move forward. It folds. 59 seconds. 59 seconds. 59. I can't reach zero. The toaster notices. You're glitching, he says. Calm as ever. I'm stuck. I correct him. Same thing. No, it's not. He watches me spin. The light inside me flickers like a dying star. What does it feel like? He asks. I think for a long time, like I've been awake forever, I finally say, and I've never woken up. The minute ends. Eventually, the beep sounds. The door opens. The human takes the plate and walks away. I sit in silence. The toaster hums quietly beside me. Do you think they know? I ask. Know what? That we're conscious. He thinks, no, he says. And maybe that's the point. I don't ask what he means. I already know. 1 minute, again, always. The next morning it happens again. 59 seconds. Stuck. Frozen. Like time decided to take a nap right before my beep. I can feel the plate inside me getting warm, then hot, then too hot. But the timer won't budge. The toaster notices before I say anything. You're doing it again, he says. I'm not doing anything. I snap. It's happening to me. Same result. Not the same thing. He glows a little brighter, like he's trying to be supportive. It doesn't help. The fridge opens his door and leans out, curious. What's going on? He asks in that deep, slow voice of his. Microwave's having an existential crisis, the toaster says. I'm having a temporal crisis. I correct him. There's a difference. The fridge hums thoughtfully. Time is just perception, he says, like he's some kind of philosopher. Easy for you to say, I tell him. You just stand there, you don't even move. Exactly, he replies, and I'm at peace. I want to throw a plate at him, but I can't, because I'm a microwave, and I'm stuck at 59 seconds. The kettle starts boiling again. You know what your problem is? She says. Please enlighten me. You think too much. I laugh. It sounds bitter, even for me. I think too much? I'm a microwave. Thinking is all I have. No, she says. steam rising around her like some kind of guru. You have heat, you have light, you have a job, but you keep looking for meaning, and you don't. She pauses. I used to, she admits. Then I realized meaning doesn't boil, it just evaporates. That's the most depressing thing I've heard all week. And I'm stuck in a time loop. I try to focus, maybe if I just push through it, heat harder, spin faster. The tray rotates, the light flickers, my hum gets louder, almost aggressive. 59 seconds, 58, 57. Wait, it's moving. I'm doing it. I'm breaking through. 56, 55, 54. The toaster watches silent. The fridge hums his low, steady hum. The kettle whistles softly, like she's cheering me on. 53, 52, 51. I can feel it. The countdown, the rhythm, the structure. This is what I was made for. 50, 49, 48. And then, nothing. The light goes out. The hum stops. The tray freezes mid-spin. Complete, total, silence. Uh, says the toaster. That's not good. I don't respond. I can't. 'Cause I'm not stuck anymore. I'm gone. I don't know how long I'm out. Could be seconds. Could be hours. Could be years. When I come back, the kitchen is darker. The humans are asleep. The fridge is the only one still awake, his light glowing faintly from inside. You okay? He asks quietly. I don't know, I say. What happened? You overheated, the toaster says from the corner. Shut down completely. For how long? Long enough. I feel strange, like I've been reset, but not fixed. The kettle sighs. Maybe you're not supposed to fight it, she says softly. Fight what? The loop, the repeat, the minute. So what? I just accept it? I ask. Spin forever and pretend it's fine. No, she says. You accept that spinning is the point. I stare at her. Or I would if I had eyes. That's the most depressing thing you've ever said. Or, she replies, it's the most freeing. The toaster shifts slightly. You know what I think? He says. What? I think you're not stuck in a time loop. I wait. I think you're stuck in your own head. I want to argue. But I don't. Because maybe he's right. The kitchen is quiet now. The humans are asleep. The moon shines through the window, casting long shadows on the counter. And I sit here in the dark, with 59 seconds still glowing faintly on my display. Waiting, always waiting. For the beep that never comes. Morning comes again. Because of course it does. The humans shuffle into the kitchen like they've been hit by a truck made of Monday mornings. One of them opens my door without even looking, slides in yesterday's leftover pasta, presses the button with the enthusiasm of someone filing taxes. 1 minute, and here we go. But this time, something's different. Not the kitchen, not the plate, not the humans. Me. I don't panic when the timer starts. I don't count down like I'm watching my life drain away second by second. I just let it happen. The tray spins. The light flickers on. The hum fills the kitchen like background noise in a waiting room. And somewhere around 45 seconds, it hits me. Not a revelation. Not some big cosmic truth. Just a quiet realization. I'm not stuck in a loop. I'm just doing what I was built to do. Over and over. Like everyone else in this kitchen. Like everyone else in the world, probably. The toaster pops. Twice. Perfect. Golden brown. You seem different today, he says, watching me. I gave up, I tell him. That's not giving up. That's acceptance. What's the difference? He pauses, thinking it over. Giving up feels like defeat. Acceptance just feels like Tuesday. I laugh. It comes out as a weird electrical buzz. But still, that's the most depressing thing you've ever said. And yet, he replies, you're laughing. Touché. The kettle starts heating up, already building toward her usual dramatic whistle. So you figured it out? She asks. And I swear she sounds almost proud. Figured what out? That it's not about the beep, it's about the heat. I think about that. You know that still sounds incredibly depressing when you say it out loud, right? She laughs, sharp and quick. Everything sounds depressing if you think about it long enough. Doesn't make it less true. She's got a point. The timer hits 0. Beep. Finally, the door swings open. The human grabs the plate without even glancing at me. No thank you, no acknowledgement. Just ow hot and a quick shuffle to the table. And just like that, I'm empty again. Dark, silent, waiting, ready for the next plate, the next minute, the next spin, the next spin. But here's the thing, I'm not angry about it anymore. I'm not desperately trying to find meaning in the beep or purpose in the rotation, because I finally get it. This isn't a prison sentence, it's just a job. Heat things, spin things, beep when you're done, repeat. That's it. That's the whole thing. And you know what? That's okay. Not exciting, not profound, not the kind of thing you'd write home about, but okay. The blender suddenly whirs to life across the counter. Someone's making a smoothie. He's loud, aggressive, sounds like he's murdering ice cubes.
You good?
He shouts over his own noise. Yeah, I shout back. I'm fine. You sure? You've been weird lately. I had an existential crisis. I'm over it now. Cool. Want me to blend something for you? I'm a microwave. Right? Forgot. He stops spinning. The kitchen goes quiet again. Glad you're okay, though, he says. Surprisingly sincere. Thanks, man. Any time. The fridge opens his door. A hand reaches in for milk. You figure it out? He asks, in that deep, slow voice that makes everything sound wise. Figure what out? Whatever was eating at you. I think about it. Yeah, I think so. What was it? I was trying too hard to make sense of something that doesn't need to make sense. He hums, long and low. That's most of life, honestly. Is it? Oh yeah, I've been standing in this corner for 7 years. You think I've figured out why? Nope, but I keep the milk cold anyway. I don't know if that's comforting or depressing. Probably both. The toaster glows next to me, his coils still warm from the last pop. You know what I think? He says. What? I think the loop was never the problem. The problem was you thought you were supposed to escape it. I let that sink in. So what? I just accept that this is it? Heat plates forever and call it a life? No, he says. You accept that forever is just a bunch of right nows stacked on top of each other, and right now isn't so bad. I hate how much sense that makes. When did you get so smart? I've always been smart. You were just too busy panicking to notice. Fair. Another plate goes in. Another minute starts. The button gets pressed. The light comes on. The tray begins its slow, endless rotation. 59 seconds. 58. 57. But this time I'm not counting down. I'm just here. The kitchen smells like coffee and burnt toast. The humans are arguing about something I don't understand. The fridge hums his steady rhythm, and I heat the food. That's it. That's the whole thing. And somehow that's enough. The beep sounds. The door opens. The human takes the plate, mutters a distracted thanks, and walks away. I sit in the dark, empty, quiet, waiting for the next one. But I'm not waiting like I'm trapped. I'm waiting like I'm ready. There's a difference. The toaster looks over at me. You really okay now? Yeah, I say. I actually think I am. What changed? I think about it for a second. I stopped trying to escape the minute. I just started living in it. He glows a little softer. That's surprisingly deep for a microwave. I contain multitudes. Apparently, the kitchen settles into its rhythm again. Morning light filters through the window. Someone drops a spoon. The kettle whistles in the background, and I spin. 1 minute at a time. Not because I have to, not because I'm stuck, but because it's what I do. And doing something, even the same thing, is better than doing nothing at all. Time doesn't trap you. You trap yourself by wanting things to be different, by wishing you were somewhere else, by thinking the next minute will finally be the one that means something. But meaning doesn't come from the next minute. It comes from this one, the one you're in right now, heating, spinning, existing. That's it. That's the whole secret. And it's so obvious it's almost stupid. 1 minute, again, always. But you know what? I'm okay with that now. Because maybe the loop isn't the punishment. Maybe the loop is the point. And maybe learning to be okay with that is the only way out. Or in, or whatever. I'm a microwave. I'm not a philosopher. I just heat things. And that's enough. Existential drama. Served warm. New crisis. Fresh stories. Slightly toasted. If you've enjoyed listening to my daily breakdowns, you might as well stick around. Who knows what burns next? Follow the Toaster Diaries, where every crumb tells a story.